Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and as always, if you love all things thrifted and vintage and DIY'd and upcycled, you are definitely in the right place, and welcome back. But be sure to subscribe because I share brand new rockin' Refashionista videos every single week. So let's get started on this one. As stated on my lovely t-shirt, I was born in 1973, which makes me a genuine Gen Xer. So much so that I was the actual first Gen X contestant to win the Battle of the Generations game show hosted by Lily Singh. And if you missed that whole thing, I have a behind the scenes playlist. I will link it down below so you can get all of the groovy gossip and everything, like what it was like to be on that game show and how I got on that game show and how I won the game show. Anyway, why am I talking about being a Gen X? Because I was born in 1973. I am now old enough where I am seeing the styles that were cool when I was in my 20s, in the 90s, coming back again. And here's a little bit of proof. Right here, I was shopping with my daughter, and I could not believe when I spotted this. So of course I had to get this amazing mesh hoodie, not only because it was super duper cheap and on sale, but also because I have photographic evidence from 1997 of me wearing something very, very similar to this. So I thought, hey, let's recreate that photo. The only problem is this is very, very small. It was an extra small. And you know what? Probably in the 90s, it probably would have fit me. I'm sure the one I was wearing was also an extra small, but not anymore. This is, I can't get it on. It's, you know, I got some more real estate going on than I had in the 90s. Then I remembered a few months ago, I thrifted this absolutely gorgeous crocheted baby blanket at the thrift shop for only 99 cents. And you tell me if you don't think that these two blues are very, very similar. I think they are. So let's take this and use it to upsize this. And then we're going to recreate that photo of early 20s Sheri from the 90s. For this hopefully a quick and easy hoodie upsizing project, all you need is your too small hoodie and some kind of fabric that coordinates well with the hoodie to use for your upsizing inserts. So I think the very first thing I need to do is figure out if I have enough of my crocheted squares here on the blanket to actually use for the upsizing side inserts. And this blanket actually has 6 squares all the way around. So I'm just going to grab one of the sides here and line it up with the bottom hem of my hoodie. And I don't want to stretch it too much. I want to be able to have enough fabric for seam allowance if needed. So I'm just going to go all the way around from the bottom hem up through the side and down all the way to the sleeve hem here. And look, I have more than enough. I might actually have to stretch a bit to make it all match up nicely, but yeah, just do that first just to make sure that you have a long enough piece of fabric to stretch from the hem of your hoodie all the way up the side to the hem of the sleeve cuff. So I have my hoodie inside out, and I'm going to open up the side seams on both sides of the hoodie from the bottom hem all the way up through the sleeve cuff. So the entire sides will be opened. And my hoodie is now totally opened up on both sides, and it's time to move on to creating the upsizing panels. Oh, hi! I'm actually just working on the images that are going to be used in this section of the video for the sponsor of the video, which is, of course, me and my amazing printed Refashionista books. So let's take a look at what I've put together.
In this dynamic eco-fashion journal, Refashionista Sheri swoops in to help you uncover and create your own unique style. With her powerful 4-step wardrobe audit, you'll revolutionize your closet and unlock your fashion superpowers. Unwind with Refashionista Relaxation, a unique coloring book featuring stylish pages. Perfect for self-care, each page offers a creative escape while sharing insights from sustainable fashion expert, Refashionista Sheri. Relax and find your style. Discover how to revamp your closet, shop pre-loved gems, and master DIY style with Refashioning 101. Packed with over 100 full-color tutorials and thrifty tips, it's your ultimate guide to creating an eco-friendly wardrobe from what you already own.
Before I create my lovely granny square side panels, I just want to say thank you in advance for getting my books on Amazon and leaving those wonderful positive reviews and enjoying them so much. I put so much refashionista love and care into creating my books, and I am genuinely very proud of them. And it's wonderful to find out that you guys are getting them and you're enjoying them. And not only that, every time you purchase one of my books, that little bit of royalty payment that I get does in fact go directly into paying those pesky bills behind the scenes of my channel so I can continue sharing fantastic free tutorials every single week with you. So thank you so much, and big Canadian bear hug to you. Now let's get started on these granny squares. So clearly first I had to decide which strip of granny squares on this little baby blanket I wanted to use, and I'm going to go with the ones that have the most blue in them so it matches perfectly with my hoodie. And these are so simple to take apart, and I've actually shared more than a few granny square blanket to fashion tutorials, so I shall link those down below for you. I think I actually made a compilation video, so it makes it super easy. Just watch the whole video and you see all the tutorials, but I guess I'm going to have to add this one to it somehow now. But all you are doing is chopping through the area here. Let's see if I can get close enough where it is attached, and then you're going to be left with totally finished edges on your granny squares so you don't have to worry about fraying. And so that's all I'm going to do is go and chop through these little tiny stitches here where it's all attached. I mean, you can see it wants to come apart, right? Like you could actually just pull them apart right now if you want to take the time to just undo this little stitch here. So I'm going to go do that on both of my panels, and then we're going to attach it to the hoodie. I have my two lovely side panels all chopped out and the edges are not fraying. Perfect. And these are each 6 granny squares long, so let's get them into the hoodie. As you can see, I am starting at the cuff of one side of my hoodie, and I'm putting it with the right sides facing with my granny square length here. And then I'm just going to go and stitch it all the way down through to the bottom hem, and that'll be one of my side panels done. Then I'm going to repeat it with the other side of the sleeve cuff all the way down, and do the whole thing on the other side again. I mean, it's pretty easy to add side panels, so let's just do it. It is all stitched together, and you can see here I did first a tight straight stitch, and then I went over top of that with a tight wide zigzag because I don't have a fancy serger, and I just find doing this helps to prevent fraying, and of course it means it's super extra sturdy and stitched together super strong now. So let's flip it right side out. How totally adorable does that look? The sides are definitely wide enough to fit me now. And look, the blues seriously match almost perfectly. So let's go try it on, style it up, and recreate that photo. I'm stuck. Okay, seriously, are you kidding me? How easy was this to do? And it's perfectly matching, is it not? Because this is knit and this is, crochet. So come on. And again, those blues are absolutely almost the exact same color. So you don't get any better than that. And again, this of course was from a fast fashion store, as you saw. And this thrifted for 99 cents, and I still have so much of this blanket left, so I can make something else out of it if I want to. I can do one of my other amazing crochet tutorials, so as I said, those will be linked below. Check those out. I am so pleased with how this came out, and it is super duper comfortable, and I can layer it. Just fabulous. But take off my sunglasses because you need to see my eyes for this next part, because now it is time. We are going to go recreate this photo from 1997, and I actually think I look quite similar to this young little Sheri here. And if you're old enough to remember like printed pictures like this in, you know, albums, welcome to the club. And let's go recreate this picture. So, as I said, this picture was taken in 1997 when I was living in Japan, and it was taken beside the Tamagawa, which was a river that was kind of near my house in Tokyo. Now, clearly, my hair has changed a lot because back then I had a very short pixie cut that changed colors often, and in this photo, it was hot pink. So, of course, my face has filled out over the years, and I have more than a few more wrinkles than I did, but I think I recreated that photo of me from 1997 awesomely. And it's all thanks to something I saw this in a fast fashion store. So you see, you can get your ideas from anywhere. Because if you think about how my brain put all this together, right? I spotted this. It was on super sale. I got it. It didn't fit. I needed to upsize it. So there was a tutorial, and it was all thanks to me remembering this from 1997 and having to recreate that photo because of course I had to recreate it. I have the hoodie now. Anyway, please do remember to check out my amazing print books on Amazon. And if you do get them, leave a review to let other people know how awesome they are. And as I said, it does definitely help behind the scenes of the channel. The little royalties I get really do come in handy and allow me to continue creating fantastic free tutorials for you every single week. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. I want to know down below, let me know if you have ever recreated photos of yourself. This actually wasn't the first one I've done. I've done more than a few over the years because it is just so much fun to look back at your old photos and recreate them. So I highly recommend it.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.